Hey everybody, it has finally stopped raining here. It has been raining for like a week. Maybe tomorrow I can get out and get some wood. But I just want to say, that Florida shooting, I didn't want to come out and make a video when it just happened and everything. I wanted to sit back and listen, see what the politicians were doing, and the left is right on track. Gun ban, gun ban. But I feel for the parents of those kids down there. It's a parent should never have to bury their child. It should be the other way around. The child should bury the parent. So I feel for them, and I don't know what else to say. I'm so sorry for their loss. But the left is going on about this and that and that and this and banning guns and this. They're not going to ban our guns. Number one, they're not going to be able to ban our guns. I think out in California, they banned, you can just have a 10-round magazine, and if you get caught with anything more, you can be charged, you can get arrested and everything like that. I don't know. I don't know if that passed or not, so because I don't live in California, thank God. I lived out there, and I don't want to live back out there. But what they're going to go after is the ammo, because without ammo, a firearm ain't no good. So, my best advice to you guys: go out and start buying your ammo. I don't care if you don't have, say you come across some 45 ammo and you don't have a 45. Buy a couple boxes up. You can always use it to trade or to resell. But they don't talk about the problem. The problem is the government. The government stepped in and took the rights away from the parents to discipline their children. They took the rights away from teachers and principals in school to paddle. I mean, I'm not religious. I don't believe in Christianity. I'm a Nordic Wiccan. Damn, I can't even talk. I am a Nordic Wiccan. And, but my boys are Christians. But they took God out of school, and they allowed this Muslim crap to come in, and they discuss it. And I heard a few months ago they was having somewhere, I think in California, they was having a satanic group meetings after school for the kids. Now, how screwed up is that? The government won't, in some states, here, as long as you spank your kid on the butt, you don't get charged. I said spanking. I didn't say sit there and beat them and beat them and beat them. 2 or 3 licks with a belt across the butt or a switch, it gets their attention and they know, oh crap, I done wrong. And it changes their attitude. Most parents are so afraid, oh, if I smack my kid, I'm going to go to jail. I'm not afraid. I'm not worried about that. I discipline my children, and I don't have to spank them because they know when I tell them twice, that third time they know what they're going to get, and there's hardly never a third time because I am in control of them. They and the system don't control me. I am a dad. I am their dad. I provide for them. I care for them. I take care of them. There's no state official, government worker going to come in here and tell me I can't do this or I can't do that, because I would probably kick the government workers' ass for trying to step where they don't belong. And if more people would step up and tell, children's services, if they try, bust their head and leave them laying, big deal. You go to jail for assaulting a prick that works for the government. Okay. What's the big deal about that? You know, you start doing that, and maybe these social service people and shit will stay out of parents' business and allow the parents to start raising the kids. You know, I was raised with morals, with respect, with honor. These kids nowadays don't. You know, they're raised, the parents said, well, I can't deal with them. I'll give them a new phone or an iPad or a computer or a laptop, and they go play, they get on these social medias and get all messed up by other groups listening to people, or get on these games. Now, some of these video games, they should not, these young kids should not be playing. It should be like an over 21. My boys, they play games. You know, granted, they got a PlayStation 2, you know, but they still go out and buy their games. But I watch them, I monitor what games they're playing, even on their cell phones. I monitor them. I monitor them. If who they're talking to, what groups they're in, what they're watching on their phones, and you know, kids, these friggin' groups. Children has rights, privacy rights. No, a child does not have no privacy rights whatsoever. As long as you're paying for them, you're raising them, you're clothing, you're feeding them, you're keeping them. No, they don't. When they get 18 years old, they can move out and have all the privacy they want. As long as they live in my house, no, they don't have no privacy rights. I'm not a father, I'm a dad. And I will keep tabs on them to keep them safe and who they're talking to. And if I don't think the people they're hanging out with is the right people, they don't hang out with them. They might get mad at me, but in the long run, it might come back saying, thanks, Dad, this group was trouble, and you kept me out of trouble. Parents need to step up. Stop being afraid of the government who took your rights away from you. Take your rights back. If there's more discipline in the home, less electronics, and being a normal family, communicate with the kids, talk to the kids, hang out with the kids. Me and my boys are always out doing something. If it's throwing knives, shooting guns, shooting bows, fishing, hiking, camping, hunting. I mean, we're always doing something together, and we're always talking. You know, Ricky, he's 14. He's going through that stage of trying to find himself, but he still comes to me and talks to me. He asks me for advice. You know, he tells me, oh, you know, so and so was doing this, and I just walked away, and I told him, I'm proud of him. You know, there's not too many parents out there that tells their kids they're proud of them. And I tell my boys I'm proud of them all the time. You know, these kids nowadays are so screwed up. The government and this system has got these kids screwed up. They don't know how to vent their frustrations. You know, they're bullied online, they're bullied at school, they're bullied in the neighborhood. When I was a kid, the way you took care of a bully, you busted his jaw and you left him laying. And that bully left you alone. Even though that bully might kick your butt, but if you bust that head and make that bully bleed and hurt, that bully left you alone because he knew, oh crap, if I fight him, it's gonna hurt. Nowadays, if a kid's being bullied and they fight back, they get in trouble. In some states, in school systems, they get arrested and taken to juvenile for defending themselves. Now, how messed up is that? That's the government. That's this new zero tolerance program. You know, you're punishing the victims. And a lot of these kids, they come from unstable homes. They come from, you know, screwed up backgrounds, and they can't get no justice, so they grab a gun and they start killing, which is wrong. You know, it shouldn't come to that. It all falls back on the government and these state officials and these school board members and these liberal teachers that think, oh, they just need time out, or you need to take your child to the doctor and get them on Ritalin or Adderall, because these teachers don't want to teach. They much rather see a bunch of zombies in their class all messed up on Ritalin and shit like that than actually teach. You know, it's screwed up. It's screwed up. The system's screwed up. And it's the government's fault for the way these kids are. You know, they won't allow the parents to be parents. Well, I'm a parent, I'm a dad, and I will discipline my child. I have busted my kid's butt out in public and dare the first son of a bitch to say a word to me, because they'll get the same thing. I'm daddy, and my kids are kids. I'm raising them with respect, morals, honor, discipline, and they're good kids. And I don't have to worry about any of my kids taking a gun to school. None of them, because they're not raised that way. I'm their dad, and I'm their buddy. We talk, we hang out, we get out here and we play football together. We do a lot of stuff, and a lot of parents, here's your new phone, go, here's your new game, here's your credit card, go buy you some new games or new computer games, or they don't want to spend time with it because the government has just screwed everything up. If you can't do this to your child, you can't do that. Parents need to step up and take back control of the kids. Paddling needs to go back into the school system. I remembered I used to get my butt tore up with 3 licks when I was in school, and time I got home, if I wasn't defending myself, I was acting stupid or something like that and got a paddling. Boy, I got the switch or a belt burned across my back and legs. But kids don't have that. They don't. They think kids has rights. They're emotional. Bullshit. I never heard of school shootings when I was in school. Never. School fights? Yeah. Never. And I grew up outside of Chicago. We had a lot of drive-bys, but never at school or around school. And it's just, this is the way I see it. You guys might see it different, but if the government and these school boards and crap like that would stay out of the parents' business and stop catering to these snowflake liberals and crybabies, we can get our kids straightened out. The parents need to step up and say, enough is enough. I'm going to bust my kids' butt when they do wrong. I'm going to ground them to their room with no games, no phone. I'm going to stand over them and see who they're talking to, because they don't have any rights. If they want rights, when they can move out, get a job, have their own place, pay for their own stuff, then they have all the rights they want. As long as they're living here, no. I'm going to watch them, because that's my job, to make sure they're kids. They don't, they might think it's okay, but it's not okay, because they're still thinking like a kid. So that's my responsibility as their dad, to look out for them. You give them a little leadway, but you never let go of that chain. You always watch out for them. It's not controlling your kids. It's not spying on your kids. It's being a damn good parent. Having something to do with your kids. Being involved with your kids. And if parents would start doing that, a lot of the school shootings would stop. and give the rights back to the parents. Give the rights back to these kids who's being bullied to pick up something and knock the bully's ass out and not get in trouble for it. And a lot of these bullies are these damn jocks, these football players, these basketball, baseball, or these rich, when I was in school, they called preppies, you know? They bully, and they bully, and they bully. And kids nowadays has just been beat down. Oh, you can't do anything. If you defend yourself, you go to jail. Or if you if you tell your tattletale or your narc or your, what's that thing? Snitches get stitches. I like to see them try that shit with my boys. You know, I tell my boys, if it don't involve you, you stay out of it. But if you see something they're gonna hurt somebody, like somebody carrying a knife or a gun, you go tell. Because you could be saving your own life, or you could be saving your brother's life. You know, society's messed up. They have these society and these government officials has screwed our children up. And a lot of parents allowed it. And now they're the ones crying about gun control and this and that. You're not going to take our guns away from us. That's not going to happen. So, you snowflake, lip tart crybabies, you're not going to take our guns. But what's going to happen, it's going to keep on and keep on. They can get rid of the ammo. They can monitor the ammo. And now I can hear, well, I reload, for the guides. I can reload my ammo. Once they get rid of start taking the ammo, they're going to start taking the reloading supplies, the powder, the primer, the lead, everything away. So reloading it's going to put you in the same boat as people going out buying ammo. This is my thought. This is the way I see it. Parents need to step up and grow a set of balls and become parents again. Stop being afraid of Children's Services or Department of Human Services or whatever. Be a parent. Be a dad. Be a mom. Don't be a mother. Don't be a father, because a mother and a father ain't worth a shit. That's what's out there right now, and look at our kids. Be a mom. Be a dad. Get involved with your kids. Talk to your kids. Interact with your kids. Protect your kids. Discipline your kids. Be a normal family. A spanking and a beating's totally different. 2 or 3 licks on the butt with a belt it will change their attitude in a heartbeat. That's a spanking. You know what? I tell the cops this, and I've told a lot of people. That's why you got a crack in your butt. You was made that way. Because when you get it whipped, it don't break. But I don't know. Society has gone to hell, and it's going to get worse and worse. And normal people, we're going to pay for this crap. They're going to infringe on our gun rights. They're going to infringe on our free speech. Just wait till it keeps rolling. These crybaby Democrats that's in Washington right now, man, they're slobbering at the mouth. They like it. They don't care. They don't have no sympathy for those 17 kids that got killed and their family members. They don't give a rat's ass. They just care. Oh, now look what we can use against the American people to take their guns away or take their rights away. That's what they're all about. And if you believe anything else, you're a friggin' fool. But tell me what you guys think. This is my opinion. This is the way I see things. This is the way I am. And nothing or nobody's going to change me. I don't care. You can like it. You can not like it. Everybody has a right for free speech and have their own opinion. And that's mine, and I stand by it, and I won't change. Everybody, be safe. Be careful. Watch your kids. You know, like I said, watch your kids. You know, it's some screwed up times we're in. Sorry this video is long, but I hope you guys stayed with it to the end. Anyway, guys, everybody, be safe. Have a good day. Bye.